Before I get started, I'd like to kindly ask that you hit the like button and please subscribe to the channel for more content just like this. So Space Jam: A New Legacy's first trailer has been released.
Jesus fucking Christ, it's about time!
And the 90s nostalgia train continues to roll on. Putting the fact that they're trying to turn Lola Bunny into a guy by chopping her boobs off aside, and also putting aside the fact that they canceled Pepe Le Pew for having too much high tea energy towards a cat aside, I honestly was expecting to shit all over this trailer before I even watched it. But I'm not exactly going to do that. I know, I'm just as surprised as everyone else. I've always said that the next phase in entertainment after all of these big event movies that we've been having is for studios to take all their IPs that they ever owned and start crossing them over with each other.
That makes sense.
This trailer is basically Warner Brothers slapping its IP dick down on the table and saying, look at everything that we own. I guess it makes sense for them financially if they take the Joker and Pennywise, two characters that they own, and try to get them on screen together. And that's exactly what Space Jam: A New Legacy looks like. It's basically Ready Player One with basketball. I have to be honest, I'm not a big fan of LeBron James, but he is the most logical choice to replace Michael Jordan in a modern Space Jam movie. I mean, love him or hate him, he is the most recognizable name in basketball, so it just makes sense. It appears that he's going into this virtual world where every WB IP exists in one way or another. And basically, he's trying to reassemble the Toon Squad so he can defeat Don Cheadle in a basketball game in order to free his son from captivity.
I'm feeling woozy here!
That plot synopsis sounds completely ridiculous, but I guess for a Space Jam movie, it kind of works. I think the gimmick of this movie, much like Ready Player One, is going to be all the Easter eggs that are included in it. And everyone's going to be curious just how deep they're going to go into these different worlds. I mean, when you tease things like Gotham or Metropolis, and Bedrock and Westeros and Hogwarts all in the same movie, that kind of gives you an idea as a viewer what you can expect for the whole movie. The only hope is that the story isn't going to take a back seat to all the references that are going to happen in this movie. For me personally, you need a lot more than Easter eggs to make a movie stand out.
Move this man!
Now, obviously, I'm not saying the story has to be Shakespeare or anything like that. It's Space Jam. It's supposed to be just a fun-loving movie. I'm just hoping that they don't lean on the Easter eggs a little bit too much, even though they probably will. As an old-school Looney Tunes fan, I gotta be honest, I'm glad to see the gang finally getting some shine again, even if some of them are being left out. At least Yosemite Sam gets to use his guns again, because in the current cultural climate that we are in today in Snowflake Land, that wasn't a certainty. I'm hoping that Lola Bunny's changes are purely physical.
Tits! Whew.
And I pray to God that they're not trying to turn her into some kind of symbol of women's empowerment in a goddamn Looney Tunes movie. It does make sense that she would be coaching the team, considering she was the most skilled player on the team in the previous movie. I'm just hoping that she's not just running around cutting everyone's balls off with all of her dialogue. As far as the story goes, it appears there's going to be a lot of back and forth between LeBron and his son. It appears LeBron wants him to play basketball while his son has other plans, so there is potential for a good story between those two characters there. I did hear talk that in the movie, LeBron's Instagram followers are on the line as well in the basketball game, which is probably the most 2021 plotline that I've ever heard in my life.
Fuck you!
I thought the visual effects looked good. I thought it was cool how they took the original Space Jam theme and kind of did a remix of it in an updated version. Overall, I gotta be honest, I just didn't hate this trailer as much as I expected to. But I'm also not optimistic that the pitfalls that currently plague modern cinema won't rear their ugly heads once again once this movie comes out. At the very least, it looks like they're at least trying to do something new with the property rather than just remaking the first movie. I'm looking at you, Coming to America.
Ha ha, very funny, motherfucker!
So I'm going to take a wait-and-see approach on this one. Here's some food for thought, though. You want a movement that everyone can get behind? How about a hashtag restore the Pepe Le Pew cut? Now that's a movement I can get behind. So did you see Space Jam: A New Legacy trailer? Let me know what you thought about it in the comments down below. As always, please like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell for notifications, and I'll see you next time right here on Real Shift. Thanks for watching. Peace out.
Y'all be cool. Shut up.